Help me, Mama.
Hi everybody, this is Emily with Help Me Mama. Today I'm going to be going over the power of no with your toddler and even with your baby, okay? So we're going to talk about the word no and why it's important for your family life. I have heard all sorts of things about the word no, how kids don't hear it or they don't understand it, and let me just say, it is my personal opinion. They hear it, they understand it. And if you're having trouble with the word no, it might be one of these things, okay? They definitely understand it because they give you that look like, I know you said no, but I want to do it, so I'm going to keep doing it, so they get the word no. Okay, 4 things for how to say no so that you have the power of no. You need to say no, okay? It's good to say no. The first one is love. You say no with love. And I think this one is really important because, and I'll tell you like the long-term reason I think this is important, then I'll tell you short-term reason. Long-term reason. I don't know about you, but I have had many a conversation with a young teenage woman who's with some young man or a young 20-year-old woman, and the young man thinks that the word no means I don't love you, okay? I personally think that this is possibly because we live in a culture when parents get split up. Therefore, parents might be wanting to be the favorite, wanting to, and it's natural. If parents are split up, you want your child to have fun when you're with you. I get that. That's so hard, okay? It is so hard. But it is so important to say no for this reason. Because if you grow up thinking that yes means love, there are serious consequences when you get into a relationship and somebody says no. Okay? It is important for children to know that they can hear the word no and are still loved. Okay? And I'm not going to get into all those consequences, but they are serious and dire and they break my heart. And so I deeply want my boys, especially my boys, to be able to hear the word no and not feel unloved or, not treated well or whatever it is, okay? If you only receive love by getting yes, you're not teaching your child, or the child, right? The child is not learning how to have an adult, grown-up person relationship one day. And it's also important for them to respect you and be able to trust you. Mom said no. She has a reason for saying no. I respect her and I will try to understand her reason. Now, that's not all going to happen as a toddler, but especially as they grow, you want them to learn and respect not just you, but others around them. And it is important that they know they are loved even when you say no, because you have to say no for important things. You can't say yes to running around the kitchen with knives. That is no with love, okay? And then the short term is you have to say no because things are dangerous, okay? And I just say that, when something's dangerous, I just tell my kids. Even when they're teeny tiny and they don't really know what the big word dangerous means, they're going to figure it out, so I tell them, no, you cannot do this because it is dangerous, okay? That's a simple enough explanation. You say, I love you. I don't want you to get hurt. I don't want brother or sister to get hurt. You need to stop. It can come with a very quick, very short, loving explanation if need be, but you can't allow your child to engage in destructive behavior. So no with love and no with a why when it's appropriate. You don't always have to give a why, but often give a why to show the love, okay? No with love. Number 2, no with an alternative. Sometimes kids do things that aren't necessarily bad or sinful, but they're so destructive. So just recently, I had to stop my kids from jumping on the couch. When they were really little, it was kind of okay, but now they're getting big and they're rough and the boys like to wrestle and then Mellie's crawling on the ground, so no, it has to stop. And so I can't, if you just say, stop playing on the couch, okay? They shouldn't play on the couch. But I'm going to say it with love because this is a new thing and I'm going to give them just a brief explanation, not like a paragraph, okay, like a sentence, and then with an alternative. No, please don't play on the couch, but you may get your Legos or your cars, pick one other toy to play with. Or you may wrestle on the rug. I think it's perfectly fine for my toddler boys to wrestle on the rug as long as they're wrestling with love and not wrestling to kill each other. There's a fine line. So no with an appropriate alternative. Don't play on the couch. Yes, you may play on the rug. Okay, for example. Number 3 over here is no with your face. Okay, so this is more with the babies. I was feeding Mellie the other day, and was I feeding her? I think she was crawling. She just learned to crawl last week. She was crawling toward the socket. Okay, and if I start, and of course she's so beautiful, you guys, she is heart-meltingly beautiful. And it's hard for me to say no to her because she's so pretty. But here she is crawling toward the electrical outlet, and I, against my own better judgment, and saying, no, don't do that. This face saying no, means yes. The yes face needs to stop. And I had to tell myself, Emily, you're saying no with your voice. You're saying yes with your face. You can't be that confusing to your child. You have to say no with your face. So say your teeny tiny baby even is like biting you while they're nursing, which is terrible. I don't suggest it as a pastime. If you say, ouch, no, to your baby, they're going to think it's a game. You need no to not be a game and to be a command. No means stop. So you gently but firmly tell your teeny tiny baby who's chewing on you, no. And that face, sister, I don't even want to see that face. Like somebody made that face to me. I don't want to see the no face, right? Scary face. Number 4, no with backbone. And this goes along with my explanation of no with love. Because if you're one of those moms who says, your kid goes, Mom, can I do this? Mom, can I do this? Mom, can I do this? Please. And your answer was no the first 20 times, and then finally you said, yes, fine! All of those previous no's now mean yes. So I would suggest, if you are one of those moms and your kids get on your heartstrings and they're like, oh, but this, oh, but that, then when you see that coming, especially as they get older, when you see that coming, or it's like, Mom, can we play outside? Can we play outside? Can we play outside? Before you give them the first answer, and I understand getting caught up in conversation is sometimes I feel like I'm talking like an auctioneer to my child in our conversation. I'm like, why are we talking so fast? Slow down your conversation. Hold on, let me think about that for a moment. Can we go outside right now? When you have decided yes or no, and it might be that you decide yes, but in 15 minutes from now, or yes, but when Dad comes home, okay? It's just like the Lord says, okay? Sermon on the Mount all over again. Let your yes be yes and your no be no. When you say no, you mean no. No, we cannot go outside. No, your behavior was terrible today. We will not be doing that. Do not give in, because if you give in after 20 no's and you give a yes, all of those no's have become yeses. And next time they ask for something, they know, I'll just wear her down. That no is going to become a yes. And that's awful. That's awful for you. That's awful for them. That's awful for their boss. That's awful for their wife. No, please, no. Okay? So the power of no. If you want your no to have power, you need to give a no with love. You need to give a no with an appropriate alternative. You need to give a no with your face. And you need to give a no with backbone. With some muscle in it, girl. Okay? Don't be afraid to use your stern voice when it's appropriate. I like to have a gentle and sweet voice with my children, but there are times the stern voice is necessary and effective. And it's only effective when it's not used all the time. If you are always using your stern voice, I notice that when I get impatient and I use my stern voice all the time and I use the no face all the time for everything, it's less effective and there's not that relationship, okay? The relationship is kind of like, Mom's using her stern voice all the time, okay? I don't want to be like that. I'm sure you don't want to be like that. So use your stern voice when it's appropriate, okay? Use the no face when it's appropriate. Be sweet to your children, but be firm with the no. This is Emily for Help Me Mama. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You can always subscribe, pass it on to a friend. Thank you for bearing with me and my crazy antics. I hope that you can appreciate the power of no. It is so important in parenting. I feel like we've gotten away from no as a culture. It's good to hear no. It's good. You have to say it. You have to hear it. It is good. Anyways, again, this is Emily. Have a lovely evening.
Help me, Mama!